So this is going to be the first of a new series, or at least a new name for my videos. This is the first of my knife thoughts videos. And the reason for that is because I started a blog, a website. You can check it out at knifethoughts.com. And that's where I'm going to be collecting my videos, Instagram posts, and now doing more of a focus on articles. So going into a little bit more detail on the aspects of a knife, using nice pictures and things like that to demonstrate what I'm talking about and give a little bit more of the background of knives and things like that. So this is the first video in the Knife Thoughts video series, and it's on this knife. This is the Gradation Cutlery Northfield number 06 Pemberton. And this is in smooth white bone with a Wharncliffe blade. So this is from this year's run, the 2019 run, and it's a very small knife. And if you want the full thoughts on this knife, again, check out my article at knifethoughts.com. This is going to be a shorter video than a lot of my knife talk videos previously were, so just keep that in mind and check out that website. As you can see, like I said, it has a Wharncliffe blade, really nice blade, has a swedge, well-cut swedge, seems to be ground really thinly, so it cuts well. It came with a really sharp edge, a lot sharper than most gradation cutlery knives that I've had, and just a really nice looking little knife, very, very small. So to give you a quick comparison to show you the size, this is a Gradation Cutlery number 15 pattern, a little bit more well known. So the 06 pattern is much, much smaller and has kind of an interesting shape. As you can see, it's what you call a Coke bottle pattern. And that's why it's called the Pemberton, because Dr. John Stith Pemberton was the inventor of Coca-Cola. So that's why it's called that. And the Coke bottle pattern is really technically an unequal end swell center jack. So that means the ends are not the same size. So you can see that this end is wider, just like a Coke bottle. This end is a little smaller. And then it has a swell in the center, just like a Coke bottle. And then the blade usually comes out of the smaller end on a Coke bottle, or almost always. There are some exceptions, like on the Whaler that GEC did in 2018. So that's something to keep in mind. But it's a Coke bottle pattern, and it's a very small Coke bottle. They've done it previously in 2013 with some different blade shapes, a clip and a pen. So this is another run. You can see that this is really nice smooth white bone with a nice kind of cream color, and then some black specks in where the capillaries were in the bone. And it's fit really well, no gaps between the handle material and the bolsters. The shield is fit really well, and I really like this shield. It's what they call their small badge shield. It's actually the reason I got this version versus the blue jigged bone titty version. I like this shield a lot better, and I think that it's a better size on such a small knife. No big gaps in the back spring either, and really, really nice action. So it has a nail nick. Now, some people online have said that it's pinchable. I haven't found it to be pinchable for me. I'm not sure why, but it has about a 6 pull, kind of a strong pull for such a small knife, but easy to open and close, and really snappy, as you can see on the open and the close. It has a half stop, as you can see. Really good action. Now it is slightly off center towards the pile side, as you can see, but just a tiny little bit, and that's not really a practical issue. One thing that I really like about this knife is that it fits within the other two under 3-inch gradation cutlery frames that I have, the number 22 Magnum and the number 18 Beagle. And the connection there is that all of the blades that are designed for those three patterns can be put into the other patterns. So they've made the patterns in various combinations of blade shapes, and right now they're making the 06 Pemberton with the blades that they previously made on the number 18 Beagle and what they also called the Coyote. So it's kind of an interesting little engineering unique feature, and something that I kind of thought was worth having. I have the 22 Magnum in clip point and pen, and the 18 Beagle in spear point and small sheepfoot, and now this in a Wharncliffe. So a couple interesting things about the knife. You can also see that it has threaded, three lines there, threaded and pinched bolsters. It's mostly an aesthetic thing, and I think it does look good, but I actually think it does give a little bit grip, or at least it lets you know where the bolster is when you're holding it in a pinch grip, which is nice. And even though this is a very small knife, like I said, it is really small. It's about 2.75 inches closed. It seems like you could really use it. I've used it a little bit since I got it, and you can get pretty much a full 3-finger grip. You can, hold it, and you could definitely use this for opening mail, breaking down boxes, things like that. That kind of difference in color there is actually, I use this for poking holes into potatoes to bake them. So, definitely a useful knife despite its small size, but I've found that it's small enough that it actually sits horizontally in the watch pocket of my jeans. So it could be a good option for you if you want a secondary knife, or just a really small, classy knife that you can use in a less than knife positive environment and, not draw too much attention. Or you just want a nice small Coke bottle that kind of harkens back to one of the most well-known of the American brand symbols, the Coke bottle. So again, this is the Great Eastern Cutlery Northfield number 06 Pemberton in smooth white bone with a Wharncliffe blade and small badge sealed. And again, please check out my new website, knifethoughts.com, for the full article. This video will also be linked in that article. And if you like this video, don't forget to like it. Subscribe to my channel to get updates. And if you have any questions or comments, leave them below. And don't forget to go out and do good.